Chapter 49. What You Leave Behind. Victory. At a cost. Stripe. Xena. Zebra. Equestrian. So many names and titles. I could continue on what the encounters of my life have granted me. The people I've met, the situations in which I have found myself. So many names, so much time spent in search of a purpose. To find my own way away from the foolishness of the remnant. A way to contribute to the survival of all in this hellish world. I found it. I found him. I still have my purpose, and yet the stallion I came to love is dead. Scrap Heap is dead. I have known loss, my family, even Zorro, but this is... Ultrix and Moonblossom only add to the despair filling my spirit. It is something nobody, not Pony, Zebra, or anything else, should ever have to endure. And now I am left wondering, what now? You should not remain out here, Insidious said from behind me. I wasn't surprised, her green bar having appeared on my EFS a good 5 minutes before she chose to speak. It is only going to get colder. Surely the warmth of the hive would be preferable. I didn't answer, just staring at those 4 graves in front of me. One of them was Matercula's. We had buried the others right beside her. Ultrix would have wanted to be here, and I'm certain Scrap Heap and Moonblossom would have liked to remain near our young changeling friend. But they couldn't be. Their bodies were still back there, buried beneath a collapsed town and all the ghosts we left behind. Only Ultrix came home with us, for which I was thankful. She at least was able to do so. But 2 of these graves are empty and always will be. I heard Insidious sigh. As you wish. I will leave you to your thoughts. But you should not remain for too long. I will not. Just a few moments more. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw the Queen nod before turning and starting her walk back towards the cave entrance. She stopped, turning to look at me. Remember, you still have a place here, if you wish it. Then she entered the hive, moving from my sight. A place. I had wanted that, with him, but now... Do I stay? Do I go? Return to wandering alone? Certainty has become uncertainty. I no longer know where I belong. If this remains my purpose, and if it is, am I destined to do it alone? One friend still lives, but his is a destiny that lies elsewhere. Stripe. Speaking of... I turned, finding the stallion in question standing there. Cobalt was looking past me, his eyes lingering on those same graves. Perhaps he was better at hiding it than I, but I could see the pain in his eyes. He too had lost something he had come to greatly value, and I doubt either of us would ever be quite the same. I will not compare our losses. Our pain is one to be shared. We loved each of them as much as they loved the 2 of us, and it is something we cannot regain. I gave a sigh, giving Scrap's grave marker one last glance before leaving it behind. It would not be going anywhere, and Cobalt looked like he needed to talk. I gave the pony a look over. He had patched up his combat armor, his saddlebags looking full of supplies. Was he? I only now noticed the small group of changelings behind him. Each was embodying more suited for the wasteland, battle saddles at the ready. He was leaving. Cobalt gave me a sad smile.
You've noticed, huh?
So soon? I asked him, do I go with him, or do I stay? It has only been 5 days. There's much to do around the hive.
Not for me,
he softly retorted.
The changelings have things in huff. I've done what I can to upgrade their security protocols, but when it comes to physically setting up ceiling turrets and wiring them, I'm not so much use. I think I can help them better back home.
To Tenpenny Tower? He nodded.
Yeah. I've been away for too long. I know I could be cold at times, especially when we first met, but seeing Equestria personally, going through all of this, I think the society needs to change, become more open.
Do you think you can convince them of that?
I can become more active in trying,
he answered.
Homage will like that, especially since I'm bringing visitors.
We're to safeguard Cobalt on his journey home. One of the changelings spoke up.
And negotiate a trade or two, if we can. Stable materials for more consistent love transfers, Cobalt explained. It'll be a weird pitch, but I have a little while to think about how I'm going to approach them with it. Plus, I still owe Scrap a heaping load of caps.
You owe?
I know I can't exactly give it to him now, but I'm sure the changelings won't mind receiving his payment. They're not exactly rolling in caps themselves. It'll be a start.
I guess it is. I turned, looking out into the wilderness of Equestria. Do you wish me to attend? He paused, looking conflicted. But then...
No.
I felt a pang of surprise. He didn't want me to come with him?
I would like you to, but I think you should stay here.
Why?
The changelings are still new. They need someone with experience to help advise in cities on how to do things.
He answered, and he wasn't without a point.
Besides, you both fought hard for this place. At least one of you should get to see it flourish.
Perhaps. You will be careful, won't you? I asked him. If I hear you got yourself injured, it is I you will need to run for your life from. He chuckled.
I will bear that in mind. We'll get to Manhattan just fine, back into the safety of the tower. So, will you...
For now, I answered him. Beyond that, we shall see.
Well, all right. Just be careful, all right? I've lost enough friends.
I gave the unicorn a nod, a small smile gracing my lips. For them, I will always hang on. Farewell, Cobalt.
Goodbye, Stripe,
he said, turning to begin his departure, only for him to pause, turning towards me with a slight smirk.
You were okay, for a zebra.
I scoffed. Foolish ponies. But there he went. My last pony friend. He started out into the wastes, his changeling escort shape-shifting into ponies for the trip ahead. I had to wonder if I would see him again, or if this parting was the end of it all. No, I doubt that. He is tied to Stable 84 from now until death, just as I am. He will be back. Someday. And then, as Cobalt vanished into the Equestrian wasteland, and I prepared to return into the Changeling Hive, a new sound reached my ear. It sounded like singing. Sweetie Belle. And sure enough, a certain bot came on approach.
Hello, Stripe.
Watcher? The floating sprite bot bobbed idly a short distance away, looking at me almost sadly. Could a featureless robot even look such a way? A question I do not wish to ponder, but one made easier by the knowledge of the person behind the machine. You know what happened? I asked him. He was silent a moment.
I do. I'm sorry about your friends. Scrap Heap made all the right choices in the end, but the Wasteland doesn't care who it takes.
I know.
But he did make a difference.
Watcher assured me.
You all did. Chrysalis made the world fear the changelings, but maybe now things can be different. If they can become a force truly for good, then why can't the rest of the world start to change for the better?
Idealistic, as he would be, I said, trotting towards the robot and settling down before him. And yet, the world is far from redemption. We defeated Kronos, but his master still roams this world. We killed the goddess, but she has many more bodies to choose from. And my people, the Remnant, their crusade will not wait on the account of my brother's demise.
All true,
Watcher admitted.
But I wouldn't worry about them too much. Scrap Heap is hardly the only pony in recent weeks to rise up to fight for other ponies.
I've heard of them, I confirmed. But I do not know them.
You'd like them. Well, probably.
Watcher gave a sheepish chuckle.
They're not perfect, but who is?
And what makes you believe they can finish the job?
Blackjack is... it's complicated. I hope she can face what Huffington throws at the security mare.
He began.
And little Pip, she has her own troubles. But it's been a while since I've met a mare who's that determined. And I do believe that Red Eye and the goddess should be afraid. Very afraid.
I sighed. Then I hope your confidence is well-founded, Watcher.
I do too, Xena.
What? He must have seen my eyes go wide and my jaw, proverbially, hit the ground, the little sprite bot giving a tinny chuckle. But all that was very quickly becoming indignation. How in all of Equus did this little foolish tin can know my real identity? It was for Scrap Heap alone.
Sorry, I watch things. I learn a lot about many people.
He explained. I was rather hoping my glare showed just how displeased I am about this little revelation.
But, name for a name?
Watcher's name?
I would say you've earned it, but I trust you won't go spreading it around.
You know my own. I say we can trade our silence.
Fair enough,
he stated, seemingly going on to examine the area to make sure we were alone.
Well, my name's Spike. Nice to meet you.
Spike? That's wait. spike. As in...
Anyway, I should leave you to it,
he declared. Wait, no you don't. If he is that Spike, then... What?
I'll see you around. Probably.
A burst of static,
and the music returned.
I am surrounded by fools!
Fine.
I suppose that is a mystery for another time. Another place. Watcher, Spike, got what he wanted out of us. We stopped Kronos and saved the changelings. I'm sure he has more pressing matters to attend to than my own curiosity. But if I see him again, he will give answers. I sighed, glancing around at the now empty and silent wasteland. It was just me and the 4 silent craves, forever watching over the hive's entrance. Perhaps the Queen was right. It was time to return down to the stable. I could not deny the chill in the air. The coming night would not be a pleasant one. I just hope Cobalt and his escort are prepared to see it through. Just one more minute. I sighed again, returning to the site of Scrap Heap's grave. I gently laid myself down next to it, staying as close as I could to the site. I could almost imagine him next to me, his coat brushing up against mine. Our heads resting together, our warmth shared, the peace it brought. Almost. I lifted off my saddlebags, swiftly searching through them for the little statuette he had gifted me in his final moments. And there, held in my hoof, the serene features of Twilight Sparkle stared back at me. I think Scrap Heap had admired her just a little. What she had been, what she had faced, and what the war had tried turning her into. She was a pony who fought so hard and yet lost it all. And still she kept trying. Somewhere inside Unity, she kept trying despite its futility. A little pony who had made many mistakes and held her share of the blame, and yet one whose heart would forever strive for redemption. Twilight Sparkle's heart was one that belonged to the friendships she had developed, just as mine had become. If she couldn't give up, then I couldn't either. He wouldn't. A shaky breath made its way from my muzzle, a small drop welling and falling from my eye and down along my cheek. This was my pain to bear. It always would be. But I would bear it. I gently placed Twilight Sparkle down, glancing towards Scrap Heap's other gift. The pip-buck blinked idly on my hoof, ready to serve me as it had him for all that time. It was time for me to return, but perhaps some music would provide solace. Or maybe I would hear more of Watcher's heroes and their own adventures. I hope they keep their own friends close. And yet as I switched to the radio and found DJ Pone 3's signal, a strange something caught my eye. A little detail on the main status screen, right next to the image of a pony showing your vitals and overall condition. The stable colt has turned into the stable filly unexpectedly, a content look on her face, as the condition bar by the torso image now had an exclamation point contained within a triangle by its side. And why? Why was there a smaller stable colt with its own set of vital signs next to it?
Howdy Wasteland, this is DJ Pone 3. Ready for some news? I'm afraid it's a bit of a mixed bag today, children. The changelings are saved. Better yet, sources claim that they're committed to being friendly. And don't you think about going after the squishy stable dwellers, you raider bastards, 'cause they're anything but. I hear changeling queen's like a pre-war alicorn, even stronger than those fakes wandering around of late. But here comes the bad news. The scavenger didn't make it. Apparently, he and some of his friends gave their lives to blow up a contingent of Red-Eye slavers who tried capturing the whole stable. Blew him straight to Tartarus. Took out some of those fakes I mentioned too. That is a way to go. Now, I've seen many heroes go out in a blaze of glory, and it always breaks a piece of me on the inside. But they fought the good fight until the bitter end, and for that, we owe him and his friends. Especially the few who lived to tell his story. A great debt of gratitude. This is the age of heroes, children. The scavenger is only a small part of the bigger picture. The stable dweller continues to go around fixing all the little ponies' toasters. Security cuts a swath through every slave and moron in the hoof. Even the mysterious ghost has made a dent in the dangers of the Long 52. I don't know if it'll matter. I don't know if we can drag ourselves out from the pit we dug our own sorry asses into, but these ponies and non-ponies are sure damn well trying. People, let this age of heroes continue. Let us all be our own heroes. Follow their examples. Keep your friends close. Let's show the likes of Red-Eye that Equestria won't tolerate his shit anymore. Keep fighting the good fight, people. Little by little, we might just make things better. This has been DJ Pone 3. Bringing you the truth, no matter how bad it hurts.